Can my roommate and I pay our rent running a restaurant with Dine Out? It's really nothing special. I was so lazy I stole Patty Wax Emporium and didn't even change the name. The goal is to make as much money as possible, so I tried to select items with varying prices and gave my business 1,000 simoleons to start. I hired my chef, waitress, and host and opened my business. Our first guest was Michael Bell. About an hour in, guests slowly began to trickle in. It's always interesting to me to see who spawns together at these restaurants. Apparently you can choose your menu based on your chef's cooking skills, but we don't have time for that. Why do Sims do this? If the date isn't going well and you're still hungry, just go sit on the toilet. Our rating increased to 2 stars. And we ended the day with a profit of 115 simoleons. We opened the next day around 1 o'clock and served the same amount of guests. Again? I like how he goes back for his drink.
How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink?
I decided to pay for the training for my employees. They weren't too thrilled. We ended the day with a profit of 363 simoleons. I decided to mark up the price the next day and gave my staff promotions. My rating increased to 3 stars. Agnes Crumplebottom came in. I'd like to think that this is a date because they do make a cute couple, even though she is completely ignoring him. I don't know why they would see any of our guests outside in this thunderstorm. Do you ever just encounter something in The Sims 4 and you're like, wow, that's an insight into your marriage I didn't need to know. Too bad Neighborhood Stories doesn't have divorce. And it's just one thing after the other with this game. Excuse me, ma'am. This is a restaurant. People are trying to eat. I'm trying to make enough money to pay my rent. If they were already done with their meal, I would have given it to them for free. I ended the day there with a profit of 1,180 simoleons. I raised my prices again the next day and hired another waiter. The only eventful thing this day was that Jeffrey got struck by lightning. I ended the day with a profit of 1,213 simoleons. We were doing well, so I thought. I marked up our prices again and decided to go with better quality food. The lightning had struck this table, making it unusable for guests. I added another chef station and hired another chef to keep up with the growing business. We ended the day with 432 simoleons. Phoenix aged up during the next day and they were still trying to seat people at this table. I raised the prices again and hired another waiter. This would prove to be a major mistake. The day was uneventful and we ended the day in the red. I lost 483 simoleons. I aged up in the night and couldn't afford to open the doors in the morning. Luckily, we had things we could claim from the thunderstorm. This gave me enough money to open for the day. I lowered our prices and set our ingredients back to standard. I purchased the discounted food costs and patient patrons from the rewards store. We had the same amount of guests we had on the previous day and finished the week with a profit of 145 simoleons. I transferred the funds into my household and paid my bills of 28 simoleons the next day. Dine Out would be more fun if you could work the restaurant yourself. I thought I'd make more money, but I guess that's my own fault for being too ambitious and promoting too many people. Now my sim is just old and sad. It's too realistic.